welcome to East Meets West. Today we have our coach Harish all the way from India as we discuss about the baby boomers and how to reset your mindset. So if you know anyone who maybe between those age of the baby boomers and you'd like to bring them on, so the baby boomers are between the age when you were born 1949 to maybe 1964. And if you know anyone who will need to hear what is going to be discussed today, do share this video and share your comments, share any points that can help our baby boomers. So let's welcome Coach Harish. Thank you, Coach, and welcome.
Thank you, Shanti. Happy to be back. Happy to see you smiling and happy to see that things have been growing well. In India, this part of the world, we have taken the third wave of the Omicron by the neck and we are coming back into shape. These 15, 20 days have been becoming better by the day. And as I speak, I feel in the next 15 days, this should be out of Mumbai and other parts of the country. So that's on the health side. I want to share with you and the people in your country and the West. I did a session for a club called Rotary Club. Rotary Club of Mumbai North, a 60-year-old club. And I was addressing people who were 65 and above, 65 to 77, one Mr. Arora, I remember. And when I was sharing with them, I spoke on my signature program, Reset Your Mindset. And they said, why do we reset our mindsets now? So I asked those people, why not? When I asked them why not, I said, have you not survived the pandemic? Have you not survived the last 18 to 21 months? Have you not become the person that you needed to become? Or you're still looking at going back to the era before COVID, before distancing? I said, those days are never going to come back. Those identities are never going to come back. And you should be grateful that you have survived to revive and create a new life. So revive is reset. Reset here and reset your body, mind, spirit. That means physical fitness, emotional fitness, and mental fitness here. Stop using those words, stop using those phrases which you used before February of 2020. It's all over. This is a new you. And the new you has to take a reshape, a rebirth, a revive mindset. Stop using those words, stop using that life, stop being with those same set of people, because some have perished and those who have survived are full of energy, full of the thrive mode. They have survived, they are special. So special people have to have a special way of re-looking, reimagining. So the word re has come in. Revitalize your energy, relook at yourself, and this will happen only when you reset, when you stop the clock You reset your clock to today, that this is my new mode. And in this new mode, I will stop doing all those things which gave me negative results. And I speak this especially to the leadership. Please, please, please stop doing those activities which you were doing before this pandemic. The new people have grown. Accept it, approve it, and allow them to deal with the current tools to make the new leadership significant, to make the new leadership prosper, to make the new leadership take to a new level of thinking, to a new level of becoming, because these 2 years have taken you 20 years ahead. And I mean it. The power of communication, the power of speed, the power of technology has taken over. And it is now people, 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 people matter. So acknowledge that, accept that, approve that, and take them into this, that they are the integral part, and age does not matter. Speed counts. Speed of decision, speed of execution matter. So remember the two words: speed of decision and speed of taking action is what is going to change. The world cannot wait anymore. Remember these words. Shanti, spread this message to your leadership in your area. The world cannot wait anymore. The world cannot accept, leave it, I will deal with it tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. It is now or never. Be it the government, be it the leadership in organization, be it the people who are running businesses in both private and public sector undertakings. Today, it is all about speed. Today, it is all about decision. Today, it's all about taking action. And progress is being reviewed on day, week on week, month on month. Gone are those days when people say, I will wait for your decision. The decision has to be 6 hours, 6 minutes, or 6 seconds. It cannot be 6 days anymore. I promise you, those governments who are waiting will suffer, will struggle. Those organizations who are waiting will suffer and struggle. Those people who take action and start working on those decisions will prosper globally, because innovation is happening every minute, and you cannot afford to procrastinate at the leadership level. Leaders cannot procrastinate. Either they take a decision or let it go. Don't put it on hold. You cannot keep a telephone line on hold. You cannot keep a Zoom call on hold. You cannot keep a country where you do business on hold. So the power of decision, the power of speed is the new normal. The power of engagement, the power of getting clarity, the power of bringing intention with integrity and influence has to take shape. This is the new leadership, the new normal, the new acceptance of the new levels that people need to reach. And I'm sharing this with you, that the sooner people do it, the happier they will be, the more they will prosper, and the more better they will become in 2022. And I must confess, 2022 is a great year for everybody to outgrow themselves, the organization, and the country. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Coach, you made some great points, and the part of being, proactive and making decision faster. Something that I've learned, and I know we're talking about this age group here, but something I've learned about this age is that they pretty much like things to remain the same, and they have a hard time actually embracing when you're trying to bring new ideas or showing from a different perspective how something can actually be done. And I'm of the opinion is that the way some of us were brought up, and especially this age group here, the way they do things are you may relate more that the way things were done then in their time, they maybe had great success and what's not in their time, how they do things. But now this is a different time in Guyana. They say this is now like long time. There's a Creole way that we say it, but indeed the way we lead this generation here is going to be something totally different. And I think the leaders and many researchers going into this now to see what would it take to lead this generation of mindset. And yes, we have some of the baby boomers are still in organizations, still working, still leading. Some are family owned businesses that they're still in charge of. And what would you say to those leaders that are still holding on, that still you know not letting go, so that those among them can actually bring their ideas, that they could step in now and take over, and that they could shine and show what they could do in this day and age too now? What are your thoughts, or what advice would you
I,
give to them?
I very strongly believe today it is collective leadership. Today it is see the spark in the leader in your team, see the spark in your team, and ask them to come create. See, creativity has to be top in the mind. To create a new mind which works harder on the job that they have come to do in this life, in this organization, which gives them happiness, joy, satisfaction. Coming to an organization where leaders need to prosper, grow, there has to be freedom of speech, freedom of execution, and freedom of acceptance as a team. So, rewrite those norms, relook at the structure, relook at the growth in people. It is not necessary that a person who has worked for 15 years is wiser than a person who has worked for 3 years. So, experience matters, but quality is more important today. Quality of delivery from quality people, because the quality of knowledge is much more. Quality of environment is much more. He has a global arena to play. And whereas your playground is limited to your city, to your state, to your country. So, because you are a slow learner, you do not have access to the global information because of your lack of speed. Everything that is happening in this world is visible on front of your screen on the click of one, two, three maximum. And when you have access to that information, that is pure knowledge. And that knowledge, if you can bring into your workspace, to your personal development, to your team development, to your leadership, you become unstoppable. Yes, I must confess, lack of information, lack of knowledge, lack of visibility, and lack of reaching out to these internet solutions which are available to you. You are having the world at your feet on the click of three buttons. And if you want access to that and you want to learn from there every single day, no one can stop you. So, Shanti, my friends in leadership in your country need to visualize. When this information is available, make the best use of it. Make the best use of people who can access this information. Make the best use of this information through those people who are familiar and can get into a speed mode. What's the point in having highways and your vehicle is only going to do not more than 60 kilometers an hour?
Yeah.
You got to change your vehicle. Accept the new models which have arrived and they don't function less than 120, 150, 180. So it's all about acceptance of speed. Since your vehicle has become old, accept the new models which have come. Give them an opportunity to take you on the journey and accept. Remember this word, take a back seat. Move away from the driver's seat and take a back seat. My dear leadership, it's time you take a back seat and enjoy this time when the youth, when the new generation is ready. You can see more because you have seen more in the past. So make them see ahead and also reminding them of the rear view, what you have gone through in your organization, in your life for the last 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Those learnings in leadership need to be installed, ingrained, and not forcibly, out of empathy, out of connectivity, and out of the value that you are creating in those lives by sharing this emotional connect. Yes, people matters and people will matter always. Through technology you can get speed, but do not let go respect. Do not let go integrity. Do not let go trust. All this is inbuilt in the relationship that you are creating. So, my friends, it's important for the new leadership to have these deep rooted values installed. They are not looking on the surface, they are looking down below. Because if the pile foundation is not strong, the building will not take shape to take 100 stories on it. So, my sharing to your part of the world, your leadership is accept this change. Rewrite what you need to do and what you could not do yourself with the current leadership. Give them an opportunity to be curious, to share, and to value their thought process. And give them the freedom so that they have the energy to drive this smooth at 150 kilometers and not at your speed of 60 kilometers. So when you let go all this, those people will be encouraged to bring in new thoughts, new ideas, new steam. In our time, power press used to take 5 minutes to get steam. Today it takes less than 5 seconds to get steam. Yes. Because the quality of the instrument that time was different. Today the quality of the instrument is more powerful. And accept it. Don't keep sharing your story 50 years back. This is what I used to do. Use that to leverage, to move faster, grow faster, to become better and more now by sharing your wisdom and asking them to use this wisdom to leverage their growth. And I keep saying success loves speed. Success will not accept procrastination. Success will not accept indecision. Success will not say wait and watch. Success will say try, learn, keep growing by falling and rising again. And it's very important that this needs to be installed in the new generation. Those who are born in the 2000 era, they are 22 years old or young today. And those who are born in the 1990s are 30 years. And can you imagine how many billionaires are becoming of this age group? Yes, there's an opportunity for them to become billionaires because their thought process is taking them to a new creative idea which is serving the world. And how can you serve the world better? Through technology, through new products which are available on a press of a button. I know. See, we are speaking in different continents, in different areas, the world, and see how clear we are, how close we are, and how we can listen to each other, talk about each other, and talk about the country that we come from, and bring this knowledge and wisdom to our people, our leadership, and create an environment that growth is inevitable, growth is visible, and growth is required. Because once people change their attitude, the altitude will change, the visibility will change, and we'll be able to see more when we give them this opportunity and the freedom to lead. And I'm so happy that I can share my thoughts on your platform. Leadership needs to listen, learn, grow, and lead and create future leaders by leaving the space for them to grow and give them the freedom to grow. And I'm very sure 2022 and the next 3 years are going to take this whole world to a new arena, a new playground, a new place where there is growth visible, and we need to look after the health, hygiene, climate, education system of our city, state, country, so that they also commensurate and grow proportionately to manage the growth in people. Because every aspect has to be looked into for growth in minds, in physical, and in emotion of people. And every person born matters. And every person has the right to live a happy, beautiful, and a great life. So, create an opportunity, my leaders. You have the right to create an opportunity. You have the belief to create an opportunity. And you have the desire to create that opportunity so that future generations remember you that yes, you influenced to create a new lifestyle for them and the lifestyle that works in the new changing times, which people should be happy to talk about and not talk about these 2 years which moved them 20 years ahead. That's my story, and I'm happy to share it to you.
So I am thinking that, as this age group here, I think for them, for me, I love listening to this age group. I get to learn a lot of, where they came from and how they get to where they are. And especially the successful people who had an open mindset, who were open to ideas and who took risk, who, embark on their own growth journey, and they keep learning. And despite they're older, They have escalated in such a way that they can become mentors now for others, and that's for me where I saw, this generation, how they can help this generation now in mentoring them. And indeed, if there are still some of them who are still holding on to power, still holding on to things and not wanting to let go. And I'm sharing this because I had a client once who, it's a family owned business, and his dad would not allow him to be pretty much in charge. It's like everything had to be running through him, everything had to be, you know okay, or the decision had to be coming from the top always. And he did not had that confidence actually in his son running the business. And so instead of this son become motivated and inspired and believe that he can do this, he suffered so much with his self-confidence. And so it was a lot of work and through with him to build his confidence that, you do have it, you've been in this business for so many years from a young age, and you can do it, and despite what your father is saying to you. But I found that that generation, the older generation, wants to hold on to the power, wants to hold on to everything. And so letting go seems to be so hard. And I would say, it's trust in them. And if you still don't believe that that person can handle something, why not mentor them through it then? Why not empower them, let them know that, look, I'm here still. I'm going to guide you where you need help. You can come to me, but I want to hear your ideas. I want to hear how you plan to do this. And then maybe coach them through with some questions, because yes, you are older, yes, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom of what it took or brought, your business or your organization to the level where it's at. And then you can help them to see from the angle you are coming from and help them through it, and together I think it will become more powerful. But the thought of holding on to things and holding on to your beliefs, holding on to the way you do things, and it must be done that way, I think it's going to be, crippling yourself, because mentally you're going to get frustrated, and you might not be able to handle those things. And then also your organization is going to suffer, because the way things are shifting right now and you're not wanting to shift is going to be holding back your organization. And so indeed, when you talk about resetting those mindset, is sometimes it's a lot of things of, unlearning all the years of some of the things, and some of the things you need to start learning. This the older generation with technology and all of that, many of them are like, this is not for me anymore. I have an older person on my team too, and sometimes it's so difficult to get him to understand life is not over. You're still alive. You could still learn new things and grow. Things that is becoming outdated, you need to start learning new things, so that you can keep adding value, and you can help your teams too. And but exposing that generation to new concept and new things, it's like foreign for them. It's like, you guys don't know what y'all talking about, you don't know what you're doing, you're too young, you don't understand. And those are the words that you get from that generation. But I would say, as great leaders, is how can you be flexible, how can you be open to hearing from a different angle, because this generation is totally different.
The power of listening is more important now than ever. You need to listen to people in the community, in the fraternity, in the leadership, and in organizations. Because every person in the organization can contribute much more when you start asking them, what do we need to do better to become better? What do I need to do better to make you feel better? What do I need to learn from you so that I can have this environment? That's the leader's job. And the leader has to be forthright to listen, learn, grow himself and the people in the organization, in the community, in the government that he leads. And unless you're open to listening, one single formula: be a good listener for 2, 3, 4 hours a day and speak for half an hour by making the right decisions so that those could be installed, implemented, and taken forward. Unless you listen, you will not get the perspective and the wisdom that is coming from that perspective. And unless you're open, openness to listening, it does not matter. He may be half my age because people refuse to listen. A child or a person who is in his 20s, they say, I have heard all this for so many years. And that is killing growth. That is killing newness. That is killing new people taking initiatives to grow. Because this one single step is the biggest hurdle. Seniority needs to listen. Leadership needs to become more better listeners. If you install these concepts that I need to listen more than I ever did from today, the whole world will reshape. And I promise you, we need it now more than ever before.
Definitely.
Otherwise, you will perish, your city will perish, your government will perish. If you accept leaders who don't listen, they have no business to be in power. They have no business to be doing what they are doing. And the mandate that they carry will sooner than later be removed. There'll be a revolt and people will come and remove them. And this is a very strong thought which is emerging that people young know more. So listen to them, create opportunities for them, invest in them, and see the wisdom and the growth in them. Yes.
Thank you, Coach. Indeed, and great advice. And I'm hoping that those who are listening, and maybe you have leaders who need to hear that it's important to start listening. It's important to set aside all the things you might have learned just to open your mind to hear something new and hear something different, and it, give people a chance to test it out what their ideas, give them a chance to test it and see. I mean, with your guidance, I'm sure it will be able to improve even what they have. But be open to hear it, be open to change, be open that your way is not going to be always the best way. There's going to be there's no right and wrong per se, but there are many ways in doing something. It just maybe some of the ways will take you longer and some might go faster, right? But there's still a way to get it done. But be open to the different changes, different way of thinking, different people on your team, understanding that somebody can actually improve what you already have, and give them the chance to show you, demonstrate that they can actually improve what you have and even take it beyond where you have taken it. And so be open to that. And so this generation, our baby boomers and previous generation, that you'll be open to this generation and their ideas to give them a chance to let their light shine, I would say. So Coach, thank you very much.
And they deserve it. And they deserve it now more than ever before. So stop thinking tomorrow. Now is the time you need to give them the opportunity and create that new environment by resetting yourself and taking them to this new journey of growing beyond, thinking beyond, looking beyond, and becoming beyond. That's my give for the day. And thank you very much, Shanti, for having me today for this session on leadership east to west. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Harish. You have a wonderful day, and we look forward to your comments and your point of view too in this aspect here. Maybe even some of your coaching tips that you may have for the baby boomers and our older generation, our younger generation, that can help them develop their leadership and be even better, be more influential, be more impactful. So share your points, share your questions. Coach Harish will love to answer them and give his perspective too. So see you in the next session next week and enjoy your day. Be safe out there.
Thank you. Thank you.